Year 1919. The street, Danforth. The air, not quite as polluted, and the theater, Allen's. Back when this building first opened, it was a movie theater, the biggest in town, set to topple its local competition. But what happened? Because it's not a movie theater anymore. Flash forward 100 years, and you have hundreds of bisexual women lining up around the corner to see none other than Dude. I'm not actually here to talk about Dodie though. I did go see her, but I'm here to talk about how Danforth Music Hall went from silent movie theater to live music venue. So, we know that it opened as an Allen's Theater in 1918, and the first thing to change was the name itself. By 1923, Allen's Theaters weren't making enough money, and they were getting bought out by famous players, which bought out the Danforth location and renamed it to the Century. It stayed a theater until the 60s, well past the 60s, when it was renamed the Titania, and it was actually a Greek language film theater. Is that? Yeah, that's right. Does Danforth have a history with Greek culture that I'm not aware of? Wow, it was the largest Greek culture hub between like the 60s and 70s. Who knew? Now you do. The 70s is when they started hosting live music, renaming it the Music Hall in 78, and they staged big names early on like the Police and James Brown. They continued showing movies on the side for a while, but the concerts were running strong, and they even gained historical site status in 1985. Somehow, for some reason, the owner stopped maintaining it properly and it fell into disrepair. It closed in 2004 due to a leaky roof and other structural issues. You can probably tell though, that was not the end. After about a year or so, it got repurchased by Ellipses Leisure Retail Incorporated, and they ran it until 2010, until they got evicted for massive debt. $44,000 massive. Luckily, Danforth's historic reputation made it a pretty prospect, so it didn't sit on the wayside for too long. In 2011, it was bought by Impresario Incorporated, and they've been running a pretty tight ship ever since. They've hosted huge names like Rihanna, they're playing staples like Sloan next week, and emerging artists like Peter McPoland the night before Dodie. Now Danforth is one of my favorite music venues. I'm not a super avid concert goer, but I've been to all the places, all the staples in Toronto, and this is still one of my favorites. It's a good place to see a decently big name on a not super expensive ticket, and it's a pretty intimate show and really good sightlines. I've been up in the front, middle, off on the sides, and I've had a great time at every show I've had at Danforth. So if you ask me, 10 out of 10. Before we go, I want to leave you with a little fun fact trivia. Did you know that Danforth Music Hall is not the only music venue in Toronto that used to be an Allen's Theatre? Was it A, Massey Hall, B, Lee's Palace, or C, History? That's right, it was Lee's Palace. Lee's Palace and Danforth Music Hall are the last standing buildings that used to be Allen's Theatre in Toronto. Thanks guys, see you later.